The sandbox in this game is probably the best the franchise has been in a very long time. Throughout the world are FOB bases that need to be taken back from the Banished. When progressing through a normal mission, the developers cherry pick enemies and weapons that are placed in a level, but here the weapons at your disposal are just what you've scavenged while making your way to that forward operating base. Banished outposts tend to be more bespoke, with different variations of blow up these three things and open these doors to press these buttons, but unlike the FOB fights, these tend to have several stages and can last a good deal longer, offering the chance to really switch up your approaches on the fly as different enemy types spawn in to ruin your day. Nevertheless, the options are endless in the sandbox, and this can make even the most generic copy and paste scenarios feel different and enjoyable every time, because it's how you choose to approach them which makes them unique. Most of the campaign missions take place in Forerunner and Banished structures with only a few moments out in the world. It was probably a design decision from the developers to avoid any unexpected open world variables messing with the choreographed cutscenes. But this means that there's no silent cartographer from Halo CE style level, nothing that feels like legging it to sword base across the beaches in Halo Reach, no massive fight in a desert firing rockets off the back of a mongoose at two scarabs like in Halo 3. Set piece moments feel small and never break out of confined dungeon-esque design. There is one major standout sequence, but that's more a case of pointing the player to areas far away from each other on Zeta Halo to make your own fun getting to the points as you feel fit. It works, but it's not that bespoke, tightly designed moment Halo fans adore. The open world is great, but it can never match a perfectly crafted set piece, especially during narrative beats. Halo Infinite is honestly a lot of fun to simply explore. It feels like just wandering this Halo ring largely recaptures those weird moments of wonder that you got from Halo 3 or Halo Combat Evolved. There are the audio logs that flesh out the story, skulls to find, captured troops to save, and banished propaganda towers to destroy, but these feel supplementary to the ring. The ability to grapple up to new heights and flying in a Wasp or Banshee to areas that are inaccessible on foot open up a fun dynamic to exploration, and I can't wait to see what other secrets are hidden on Zeta Halo. Along with split-screen multiplayer, the Halo franchise is synonymous with co-op campaign. One of my key memories playing video games was 20 years ago, being allowed to take the driver's seat in the Warthog while my sister manned the guns as we drove through the second level of Halo Combat Evolved, and it's such a shame we can't do that here, or at least not yet. Zeta Halo feels like it was perfectly built for co-op campaign. I recently took down a high value target pair of hunters, and on the way barreling across the land in a Warthog with two Marines, I couldn't help but feel that this whole concept would lead to some genuinely hilarious and thrilling shenanigans with a pal. Hopefully it comes sooner rather than later, or in time for any potential story expansions, considering Halo Infinite has a 10-year plan, so there's bound to be more. The grapple shot is by far the most important addition to the Halo sandbox in years. Without the ability to grapple, traversing Zeta Halo would not be as fun as it is. Yeah, you have vehicles, but vehicles can be blown up, leaving you stranded in the middle of nowhere. The grapple shot helps speed up the movement in ways never seen in Halo, and with a couple of modifications, it can stun enemies too. Firing your grapple shot at a nearby fusion coil, flinging it towards you and then throwing it at a nearby brute will never get old. Halo is better off with this addition, and so is the open world. The kicker to all of this, outside of the missions that force you to explore certain areas of the map or travel from point A to point B, is that the open world is pretty much optional. You can complete the game without ever really exploring much, and I imagine there will be a whole host of players who will do it this way. It's so strange to have a game's open world feel so inconsequential. Nothing you do really matters. You earn valor for killing high value targets, taking down banished outposts and recovering forward operating bases, and I'm sure there will be plenty of achievements for finding all the secrets, but in the wider narrative, it doesn't really matter. I love the world of Zeta Halo and I could explore it for hours, but that doesn't stop it from being kind of redundant to those who just want to ignore it.